Hey, what's going on? This is TerrenceRe. Got another stock market update for you. And the title today is Big Bank Take Little Bank. Not what you think though. Not talking about you know, growing up in the street trying to see who had the most money, who was the biggest baller. Now we're actually talking about the big banks, the large banks, the too big to fail banks are seeing an influx or inflows um, from depositors, people changing bank accounts from some of the smaller regional banks, and they're moving their funds over to the larger banks, your J.P. Morgans, your Cities, your Bank of Americas, your Wells Fargos. So we're gonna take a look at the big banks, and we're gonna look at the chart. Now, what I had today, all the information for today is actually has been taken off. So if you're looking over here at my screen, you'll notice that the futures market is already running, right? So I like to look at the futures market sometimes in the evening and especially in the morning before the stock market opens. Well, we can still look at the prices from the stocks. And as you've seen at the end of the day, um, the IWM, which is the Russell, the ETF for the Russell, you can see it started to sell off. Now I had a broken wing butterfly on there. You can see it got filled today, took profit. I'm gonna pull up the chain. Now this is something exclusive to the Tasty Trade platform, so I can come to the chains right over here on the right. Click right here, and you can see the trade. And anything that I've done with that trade, you can see. Like if I had rolled some of the option positions, you see I bought the broken wing butterfly um, at 42 days for 195 bucks, and I had a closing order. I actually wouldn't have closed it myself, but I had set like a good till cancel, which means it had a order just waiting out there to close once it got a certain percentage of what I paid, which was 50%, and it did that, and so it closed it out and rung the cash register. $98 on the trade. This is a small trade, 13 days out. I held the trade for 13 days. You can see, put it on, it was 42 days and closed it. It had 29 days left. So right now, and I actually did that, and then I closed the Rivian position. Let's pull up Rivian. I probably ran out of it earlier, but I have no faith in this market. And when I seen the market start to roll over, I just closed it out. Rather be flat. It was a $10 profit, but um, that was neither here nor there. I was just closing it because I just don't believe in the market going up. Right? That's just my own. I have a bearish bias right now, so I don't want to have any long positions. I closed out another Rivian position that I have in a larger brokerage account while I own shares. I closed that out for a profit as well. Um, and so right now, when I open up the video, you can see that I had gold up. And gold, whenever you see gold up, and especially to this degree, right? I want you to look at the magnitude of this move from coming down here from, was that 1675 all the way up here around over 2000, right? And steady climbing. It has not hit overbought yet on the RSI. So we could still it may come up here and hit this level right here, right around 2050, somewhere right around 2050, 2048 before it looks to taper off a little bit. But I still think it may even go higher. But it's a flight to quality. People are buying gold. Um, Investors are scared because of the banking issue. We had a 25 basis point rate hike announced yesterday, and the market is still, it's kind of unstable, and it's not that, even though you can feel it, especially like if you're on Twitter like I am and following all the financial guys or ladies on there, But you can also see it in the market when you see gold bid like this, and you can look at the let's look at the banks. Let's look at the banks. Let's go JP Morgan. I do have a position in JP Morgan. Now, if you're looking at this move right here, I've been talking about these levels. Now, when I put the trade on, I wasn't quite sure if I was not quite sure if the excuse me, I wasn't quite sure if JP Morgan would take this low out. But as you can see today, it was creeping down when the bell closed, and it's getting ready to take this low out. The next level is right around here, around 120, and then we got 110 after that, and then it's just a free for all. Once it takes this low out, I'll probably be trading tomorrow, doing some scalping, meaning some in and out trades tomorrow. Uh, if it takes out this low, I'm looking to buy a put tomorrow. Let's look at what the so tomorrow only has baked in basically a $2 move. I think we could get that tomorrow and some. I think if that low gets taken out, I think we could see a little run tomorrow. So I'll be watching JP Morgan. And the next level down is 120. Let's take a look at Citi. Citi was down as well. Look at Citi. Citi has already touched a level. See, so it's and held right here. So the next level down for Citi would be 40. Um, Now Citi is a little bit further down than JP Morgan is, but you can see these charts do not look well for the big banks. Not at all. Bank of America, I don't even have any levels for Bank of America. It's already oversold. Like it was oversold today, and it even got even more oversold. Which means that at some point you probably could get a bounce in Bank of America. Wells Fargo is oversold. So the big banks are getting killed right now, and gold is going up. So that's your trade. Now, we could see a bounce in the banks, and we could see a pullback in gold, just so you can get these overboughts and oversolds resolved. So what's my next move? I still like IWM to the short, going down more. I just would like to see it pull back some so I could get short again. That's how I would want to play that. I want to get a little pullback. I don't think it will pull back before it touches this level. Um, let's see. Another stock that I wanted to take a look at was Square. Well, not Square, Block. I'm sorry, but the ticker symbol is SQ. So today it had a huge move, down $10. I mean, this is a huge move, a big gap down, and it's right down here into support. So you got a gap. You got a let's see. Let's put something right here. You had a gap right here, and you can see this gap from way back in November. Let's see if it holds. Right, this should be some type of support level for right here. All right. But that doesn't mean that it will hold. But let's see if we get a little bounce. I wouldn't be surprised. I always play the gaps for support and resistance. Let's take a look at. Let's see. I want to save that. We want to take a look at Coinbase. Now Coinbase got a letter from I think the SEC, and they're talking about looking into. So they're on the warpath about this staking. So you see it's down $10. These stocks right here. Now, me personally, I don't want no parts of them. I don't like when, as far as buying the stock, there are trades you can put on here. The IV rank did not pop. So you had a gap down, but the IV rank is at a 14, so it's not even above the 30 that I like for it to be at. Now it does have a real high IV. The IV index is like 134. You're gonna get big moves in here. So you got to be careful. Neutral trades will be the way to go, in my opinion. If you came out, I would trade the April 29 days. I'd be strangling these all day if I wanted to take risk here. Come out one standard deviation, sell the 40, come out here and sell the 95. You got a 79% probability of profit. Take in 250 credit. Your buying power will be reduced $1,300. So you're taking in roughly, I don't know what's that, 15, 20%, about 20% of your buying power that's being reduced, maybe a little less. So that's not a bad if you want to take that kind of risk. Of course, you can always come in here, sell the expected move. Let's say sell the 85, buy the 90. Let's see, buy the 35. Now we got a really wide iron condor. And you see my buying power is only 383, taking in max profit of 117. So still got a high probability trade. This is a neutral trade. You can look at my deltas and you see it leans slightly bearish, right? Because you got a -3 delta. So if I widen it out, now you got a -2 delta, right? If I did it this way, but you don't take in as much premium. So I would probably stay there. And if you want to take in more premium, just bring this in. And there you go. Boom. Taking in about 140. And you see the deltas change. Right. So that you could do something like that in coin if you're not sure which way it's gonna go, but you just want to kind of play volatility. Just keep in mind it has a low IV rank. We kind of want that IV rank to be 30 and above. Let's take a look at Caterpillar. Caterpillar still it rallied a little bit this week, but it's still leaning bearish. The next level for Caterpillar that I have is possibly 190. Just be careful. Um, that it these are the major ones: the 61.8, the 100, and then the 1618. Right? Anything after that is pretty much not. None of it's guaranteed, but I'm less sure. Right? I like to see it hit these levels and take this profit, and then if you want to try to catch this next level, I'm still leaning bearish. That's another almost $30 down. You can play it a lot of different ways. More than likely, if I was gonna play this 29 days, you could sell some sell a call spread, sell the 230 by the 235. Bam, that's a nice trade. Take in 127. You got a 72% probability of profit. Another high probability trade. Got a high IV rank, 46. And the earnings is so you're within the earnings. Earnings is April 27th. You be putting this trade on expiring April 21st. So you dodge earnings. Which when you get earnings, the market can do anything. Let's take a look at Netflix. Now Netflix has rallied. Netflix went off today. I mean, it went up $26, right? But it had been getting killed. So it came down here. You guys can see, hit one of my levels right in here. And then we got it reacted and we got an up move. I wouldn't be afraid to short Netflix though. I like to see it come up in here right around this 330 area. Netflix come up here and hit this 330 area, maybe 335, step right in there and short that, fade that up move. That's what me. I'm talking about me. These are all trades that are going through my head as I'm pulling up these charts of possible trades that I would do. Tesla, I don't like Tesla's chart. You look at Tesla, I can't even call it, right? Could go up, could go down. I don't have a definitive bias just looking at the chart. So something like that, where I don't have a bias, you either trade a neutral trade, iron condor, strangle, or just stay out of it. If you're a believer in Tesla long term, just buy the stock, sit on it, sell calls against your existing position. So you want to own Tesla. Definitely either 29 days. You come 29 days. Do something like a cover call on the Tasty Trade platform. You could come up here, go to covered, click on it. But I don't want to cover put. I want to cover call. Go right there. So basically, you can see where you sold your call at and where you're long at, and you see where your break even is, right around 180. That's if you sold that one. I wouldn't sell this. If I was gonna do this one, I wouldn't sell that call. I would probably come out and sell the 36, somewhere right around in between, and it just depends on you. But when I do cover calls, I tend to want to stay between 40 delta, which is right around in here, 41 and 30. Right? Could you come out here and sell this 30 delta, take in that 585 in premium. Your buying power reduction is 9 grand. And there you go. There's your cover call. And you can see you look right here in the green, here's your break even right around 187.50. But once again, I don't have that this chart doesn't have a real good setup. Now, I'll show you Apple. Apple is coming up against some resistance, some Fibonacci resistance, right? So you got a high, low, high. So right in here, let's see what Apple does. Let's put us something right there. Right here, this level right here to this fib level. What is Apple gonna do? This area right here, and you can see on the stochastics, it's starting to slow down, right? Uh, if we could get across, if we can get, and this is on, you got a doji today. You basically got a doji candle. So that's a reversal candle. So let's watch and let's pay attention. Let's see what Apple does going forward. This area right here would act as some type of resistance. So let's watch and see what it do. Me personally, like I think Apple is probably maybe one of the best companies to own. It pays a little small dividend, and you got Warren Buffett in it, right? So just his name, he back in the company, uh, and it pays, excuse me, a small dividend. It acts almost like a bond, like this would be like something similar, like flight to quality, buying Apple, right? Buying Apple, then selling calls against your existing position. But in this market, anything could go down. So I'm not really in favor of owning a stock right now. Not one of these. It got to be something for a trade if I'm going to look to own a stock other than gold. I don't own gold. I'm just waiting on a pullback. All right. I already made a little money off of gold on this way up. I don't want to buy it already up here. I like just give me a little bit of a pullback. Pull back into here some. I get a pullback back down into here. I'm gonna get long. I get long it again. Come in here and trade you can trade the gold futures. You don't want to trade this one. You come out to the next the M, not the GCJ, because that one's getting ready to roll. So you will want to be on this one right here. So I would probably come out if it was me. I want to do a trade in at 33 days. I'm going to stay right around that 30-day range. Let's go take a look. Last but not least, let's pull up the VIX. Let's look at the VVIX. The VVIX. VVIX is rocking and rolling. It hit once it passed 110 and it got up to 110, you see it came, pulled back. Now we right back around that area again. Once you get up around 110, this is the volatility of the volatility. Now you can't trade this, but what this is saying is that volatility is here. We're in the thick of it, and we're gonna get wild swings in the market. That's just all it's telling you. So you want to be comfortable with your risk. Anything that you have on, be comfortable. I always say be comfortable. If you can't take 100% loss and be okay, then you're trading too big. Get smaller. And another thing, go ahead and open up an account with Tasty Trade, right? I do think it's not just because I use it. Um, I think it's the best trade. Now, I will honestly tell you, if I thought it was another, platform out there better, if you've been following me and watching my videos, I do use Thinkorswim, or I have, but I'm exclusively Tasty Trade now. And because they got all the things I need on my chart, and just the easier platform, man, as far as like trading your options, one click. Like you come in here, like it's just easy, man. You come in here and you want to sell something, you just click on it, bam. Want to sell something, bam. You want to move it over, grab it, drag it. I mean, just easy. It's just easy to do everything for me. I like the expected move ruler in the middle. I use that. I don't make any trades without looking at the expected move, looking at this ruler. I don't make any trades. This even tomorrow, if I do any type of scalping, I'm gonna be looking at the expected move of what I'm scalping. And tomorrow I will be looking at the bank stocks. And you can see the ones that I have on here were all red today besides Goldman Sachs. And I think Goldman Sachs got his teeth kicked in already, right? And I see a bear flag from here. So you got this down move, pull back right there. That's a bear flag, guys. I just seen that just like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and highlight that for you. It's classic bear flag. Look at this. Can't do it no better than that. Can't do it no better than that. You got the down move here, up, pull back, and then you got 1, 2, 3, boom. Got a little gap right here. Bear flag. That's that right there. Then you know that you got a down move coming. So now we can start finding targets. So I don't want to make this video too long. I am gonna find targets for Goldman Sachs. Check video this weekend. I'm gonna have targets for that. This may be the one. Maybe the one that I put something on to get in tomorrow. We'll see. If we open up down, step right in. I mean, step in one of these and just buy puts. If I do buy puts to get short, what puts will I buy, Ray? That's all you gotta ask. I'm gonna tell you what puts I'll be looking for. When you're tomorrow, right now this says 1 day. Tomorrow this will say 0 day. So if I'm like trading a 0 DTE, 0 dates to expiration. So days, excuse me, to expiration. So what I would be looking at right around at the money. I'm gonna be right around here at the money. You know, um, buying a put more than likely. I won't buy calls, and I don't really like to buy calls on days where we got a lot of up movement, unless the market is down a whole lot, because you'll be subject to vol crush, right? Volatility will come out of the option. You could be right directionally and still not get paid because the value of the option will decrease. When you buy puts and you're right, like the value of the option that you bought, it expands exponentially. And that's because volatility is getting pumped into the option. So I really like to buy puts and short stuff on days when I'm buying and scalping options. And so I'll be looking to scalp tomorrow in the bank industry and possibly the IWM. The IWM contains a lot of the small regional banks inside of it. And with that, guys, I hope you got something out of this video. Hit that like button, share the video. If you want to join, the people who join, the members that join, I drop a lot of like charts like throughout the day to the members only. And sometimes when I make a trade, I'll put that trade out that I made so you guys can see real time what I'm trading. And I drop a little link in there and be like, why I'm trading it, right? And so it's just $9.99 to support the channel. And I appreciate everyone who is a member and all your support. And with that, trade small, be comfortable with 100% of your loss, and you'll be all right. I'm out. Peace.